today. I thought I'd try something different today. I had recently got this. I am not a reader, just so you know. No psychic reader, none of that, none of that. But emotional card deck. Emotions are the bridge to your true self. So we give it a go. Why not? All right. I'm going to shuffle them a little bit. Let's see what the emotional temperature is today. Okay. Contentment. Anxiety. Confusion. One was about to fall out, but I put it back. Unless if it really falls out, I wouldn't accept it. Oh. Miracle. Let's start with those four. Let's just stick to those four. So we got contentment, anxiety, confusion, and miracle. So what I like to do is kind of rearrange them to make sense. So here's the story I'm picking up. Confusion. You start with confusion, right? Confusion. And it says confusion usually comes from too many choices or information, making it hard to see the way forward. It is a reminder to slow down, think clearly, and choose a direction that you truly desire. Confusion is temporary. When you calm your mind, the answer will emerge. I was going to say something about the confusion card, but I'm going to read this one next. Anxiety. Anxiety stems from uncertainty. Anxiety stems from uncertainty about the future. When this card appears, it reminds you to let go of the fear of the future and focus on the present. Only in the here and now can you find true peace. Right? The next one was miracle. Miracle. Miracle is a transformation that defies logic, showing you the infinite possibilities of the world. When a miracle appears, it reminds you to maintain faith, for anything is possible, and a miracle might just be around the corner. And the last one, contentment. Contentment is the peaceful acceptance of your present situation. It's about finding joy in what you already have and being at peace with yourself. This card reminds you to appreciate the moment and embrace the calm within. So I feel the theme with these, so confusion, anxiety, miracle, and contentment. I feel the theme is that the theme is about overconsumption, because we see a lot of that right now, right? We're seeing a lot of that right now, especially with this digital age. Everything is about scrolling and looking and numbing and escaping, right? And the confusion comes in is because we're seeing so much information from every which way that we look. There's so much information that your mind gets overloaded with what to do next. And that's where the anxiety steps in. Because you're so confused about, what if I make the wrong decision? What if I make the wrong step? What if that? What if this? You start making up these stories in your head about how awful it will be when you haven't even allowed or given yourself the permission to just try one thing. Try one thing that you've been having in your mind or in your feeling in your spirit to be curious, that you've been curious about, and that you want to research more about, or even like your desires. Giving yourself, allowing yourself to actually have desires and dreams, right? Allowing yourself to even have desires and dreams and going for that. And the thing is that we get so worked up. You know, people get so worked up with the what ifs that they won't give themselves a chance. And so the cards here are saying to slow down and use, here's my definition, slow down and use your discernment. Use your discernment to really know what is true for you within. What is true within for you. Not what your parents want, not what your spouse wants, not what your significant other wants, not what your friend wants, not what your coworkers say, but what resonates within for you. And the only way to do that sometimes is to just not listen to all the noise, not listen to all the outside noise. Like it was saying, slow down. Really give yourself time to know you, to know what your likes and dislikes are, to know what your true desires are, your dreams are, right? Because when you give yourself that, when you allow yourself to take a chance on things that you enjoy, that is where you feel contentment, even if it doesn't work out. The trick is that, not trick, the missing piece, excuse me, the missing part is to detach yourself from the outcome. Detach yourself from the outcome and try. You never know unless if you try, right? Like for years, I'm going to tell you, for years, I've been saying, I want to share my story. I want to create on YouTube and share my story and see if, you know, my story maybe resonates with anybody, or if my wisdom is useful for anybody. on their journey, and I let fear get in the way of me sharing my story. And I would just go into these spirals and kind of numb myself out. I'm gonna numb myself out because I couldn't bring myself to do what I felt called to do, right? Out of fear of judgment, honestly. Fear of judgment. So stop letting fear of judgment get in the way, because more often than not, we are our own worst critics, right? Until we learn to accept and love ourselves, we are our own worst critics. So give it a go. Give it a chance. All right. Bye.